And we are back. Pokemon Emerald, Hardcore Nuzlocke, only using normal type Pokemon here. We have made it to Brawley, the second gym leader, who has all fighting types, so you would think that'd be a little bit scary against our normals. However, we have the Talo, who has guts, so we're going to go ahead
I
and
got this.
pre-poison that with a Tentacool, and we're just going to be popping off with so much super effective damage. On top of that, we were able to stop by the Name Raider in Slateport City and freshen up those nicknames. So we've got the Blood on the Clock Tower theme. You probably don't know what that means, but I know Socksword does. So a little Easter egg just for him there as we take down the Mod Shop. No problem there. The Metatite comes down. It's going for it all with a Focus Punch, but it's not going to be alive to do it as the Wing Attack one-shots Brawley's second Pokemon. The
This
Makahita
is doing
comes
a lot.
down, the Ace looking strong, looking formidable, but Carly drops back with a stab, super
Yeah.
effective guts boosted wing attack, and that is enough for us to secure the second gym badge. It is now time to take on May right there in between the second and third gym. She's got three Pokemon at this point. The Wingull comes down, but Carly has upgraded into the Swellow. So the same strat we just used against Brawley, we're going to outspeed and potentially outdamage everything she has to offer. The Slugma comes down. A very strong, a very scary Pokemon, but she crumbles under the weight that Carly has to offer in this fight. The Grovyle comes down. The Ace, the Shiny is really popping there, but the Wing Attack is going to slap Grovyle in the face, and May is forgotten. Moving right along in this run, we have made it to the third gym. This is the 9th attempt. We are doing this live. We are hoping for the best as the Voltorb comes down. We have Sullivan here. Our Vigoroth looking so good right now, has access to so many useful tools and abilities. We have the Yawn to put the opponent to sleep. We have the Bulk Up to just completely pop off. We have the Slack Off to heal up potentially. And then we have one slot left for a damaging move, and we actually decided to go with the really weak Rock Smash. It's only 20 damage in Gen 3, but it is going to be that super effective option against the Magneton, to where everything else we had against the Magneton would have been not very effective, and if we are stuck in there against its Shockwaves and its Sonic Booms and its Thunder Waves, we potentially could not have cleared it in time. So we're really putting a lot of eggs in our basket, but this Voltorb is causing us so many issues that I don't even know what we're doing here. We finally get the Voltorb to fall asleep, but we have burned through our paralysis berry, and then we get paralyzed again. So no matter what happens now, we are going to be paralyzed throughout the rest of this fight, which is going to be incredibly frustrating to deal with and potentially devastating, as Watson can really come at us from any angle now, because if Sullivan just gets fully parried like 2 or 3 turns in a row, that could just absolutely spell disaster. However, we thread in those bulk ups, no problem here. The Voltorb drops back with another spark. We get the Rock Smash in, and that is how weak it is. Now, thankfully, there is a high chance that it will drop the defense, and the self-destruct comes down. Thankfully, the bulk up holds. He doesn't crit through that wall of defense that Vigoroth has so carefully set up in this fight. The Electrike comes down, and now that I'm looking at this, we really should just set up on the Electrike, you think, because Electrike really has a lot of less options than the Voltorb. It, like, yeah, what's it going to do? It's going to Leer, it's going to Shockwave, a very weak Shockwave, maybe a little Quick Attack, and Howl on the side for good measure. I think we should have just completely blitzed the Voltorb down and then got our Vigoroth in there, but hindsight is 2020, as you do. We get fully paralyzed there. The Electrike continuing to lay down some Leers here. We slack off back to full HP just to keep it safe. There is the Howl. This little guy's going to run away with it. Enough of the dog and pony show as another Howl comes down. The Electrike feeling himself. He wants to be a Manectric, and he's doing everything he can to do so. The Shockwave comes down. That does ignore the Bulk Up, as the Bulk Up is physical defense. The Shockwave leads into special attack, and there is the shiny Magneton. He is here to stay. There is the outsped Shockwave because of the paralysis, and we drop to 44 HP. Thankfully, we get a fadeaway crit with the super effective Rock Smash. It's everything you wanted it to be. However, that was not even the ace from Watson, as the Manectric comes down, and now this is the fight. We're floating at half HP. There is a stab Shockwave. This crits. We lose the run. We hold on with 16 HP. The slack off healing further into the future as well. I was going to say the slack off healing us further than what the shockwave can do. However, that is flirting with those crits, so we are just going to drop back with a yawn. We are really flirting with the paralysis now as two howls come down from the Manectric, trying to ramp up on our pride and joy here. But this is the moment as Manectric is now sleeping on the job. If we can just break through paralysis, get one or two rock smashes at this, does no damage. That does no damage. It's not super effective. So even with all those bulk ups, it's not for anything as we get one more rock smash, the shockwave, putting us into an absolutely deadly territory as far as the health bar is concerned. But we should be okay to pivot into Holly or Adam at this point in the fight. We're going to check the stats here just for a moment as the Swellow can get sniped out of the sky with that super effective electric type move. So I do believe we can go into the Linoon potentially for like a stab headbutt. I think would be the best call here. Now the Super Potion and Berry have done work for the Manectric, and it is on a +3 attack clip now as the Thunder Wave comes down, and now Adam is paralyzed but shakes that off with the Cherry Berry. Beautiful stuff, and one headbutt brings the Manectric into the red. Watson not wanting to lose his pride, his joy. Manectric holds on, gets brought back to the yellow, but we fade with a headbutt. Good night, Sally. We secure the third gym badge. And that leads us to our Route 113 first encounter. It's going to be the Little Spinda here. Drop back with a Pokeball and secure it and add the 5th team member to the squad. And then for our Route 114 first encounter, it is going to be the normal flying type Swablu here. Drop back with the Pokeball and secure the final team member for the moment. All right, we took down Team Magma on top of Mount Chimney. Made it very easy with that Swellow using its Guts ability, and now we are here in the 4th gym, taking on Flannery and her Fire-type Pokemon. We leave with Adam here, just going to get some sand attacks down to decrease that accuracy on the cute little Numel here. The Sunny Day is up though, so if an Overheat gets off, it's going to do double damage on top of Stab, so it is paramount that we dodge those moves. Magnitude comes down, doing a little bit of chip off the top, but our Linoon is doing work right now. Another Magnitude 8 comes down and gets us to just above half HP, so we are absolutely dead to an Overheat. But we're just going to pivot into Sullivan, who is at full HP, should be able to eat that no problem as it sidesteps the takedown. Beautiful stuff, and we're just going to go into the yawn, put the Numel to sleep, but the Overheat comes down through the 3 sand attacks, and it is a critical hit. Unbelievable stuff. And now if we get hit by anything, we are potentially dead. This is an absolute tragedy. We're going to try to mix and match here just to get Sullivan back out there. And we do have healing methods with that slack off, but there's another Overheat coming down. Holly taking that one up front and personal. Thankfully, the special attack has dropped onto the Numel. So really good stuff there. And now we're going to go in with our plan B strat. We're actually going to howl up here, getting +2 right there, but the Magnitude comes down. The only problem with how, oh my gosh, it's another critical hit comes down. This Numel said, how dare you come into my gym and set up on me? Everyone's scared of the Torkoal and everyone forgets about the Numel. What is this as our 2 sweepers are bleeding out, and Holly, unlike Sullivan, cannot heal. There is no healing provided here for the Loudred, so we are absolutely pinned against a wall as this Numel is flexing so hard right now. So we go into plan C, and it's going to be little Dan here, the Spinda, coming out and about. The Numel does fall asleep to the Hypnosis, clutching that terrible accuracy as we might be able to heal up with that Sullivan. We could try to blitz down with Carly, given that Guts boost with the burn and the Guts, but I don't know. This is rough. We do get Sullivan out there and get a slack off, almost healing up to full, which is really nice. We're just going to take 2 turns there. We're going to try to erase what has happened to us, and Numel is still suffering from a -3 accuracy here, but we are completely in trouble. This is not going well. Our backup plan has been thwarted as well, and there we go. We're going to get some bulk ups down, but I am not confident now as we tank a takedown. No problem there. And now Numel has used up its allotted crits here. I don't think Numel's allowed to crit anymore. That would be nice. But the Sunlight is strong, and that Overheat is still present. If he crits, or if she crits another Overheat, this could be disastrous as we do sidestep that one, thankfully. But if it's able to get another sunny day set up for its compatriots here, its team members, then we could be in trouble as well. This is just a very tipsy situation. We saw in the grass only run that you are just pinned against a wall if you can't get that strat down, if you can't punish the Numel that comes out first here. But we do sidestep another takedown, which is beautiful. And Sullivan working on that bulk up strat here. We are taking this nice and easy, nice and slow, as a magnitude 9 is sidestepped as well. So the Linian sand attacks are adding up. The yawn does connect for the sleep here. We are completely maxed out attack. However, we are stuck with the pitiful 20 power damage of the Rock Smash, since this is Gen 3 and it's an HM, so you can't get rid of it till around the 6th or 7th gym. So this is brutal. That's going to be our only damaging method, and that is not going to be able to one-shot anything. Maybe the Slugma, but probably not. It's so weak. There you go, a +6 attack, and it's still that weak, and that means we have to tank an absolute massive overheat here from a Slugma. So if overheat from Slugma, and don't you dare poison. Oh my gosh, and now we have no way around this poison. So we just went on record about how many Rock Smashes it'll take to finish off Flannery's team, and now this Slugma, absolutely god mode, clutches this poison, and this is bad. You can feel it. You can feel this looming pressure, and another critical hit. Good god, somebody save me from myself, as we can try to heal and postpone that poison. But either way, the ticking each turn is going to add up so much. I mean, just one turn of sending out another Pokemon is just going to be a tick of poison. So we are absolutely on the clock here. We are in trouble. And the longer this fight goes, the worse I feel about it, as that beautiful shiny camera comes out with an overheat, and this is going to do massive damage, leaving us at 2 HP. It's a good thing we're poisoned, as we lose our ace in the hole, our MVP, the one who would have carried us home. Sullivan drops to the 4th gym leader, Flannery, and we haven't even seen the Torkoal yet. This is an absolute disaster. We've got a Swablu that can evolve because it'll replace this normal typing with the dragon typing. So we just send out Ollie out there and see what she has got cooking. We go all in for the 5-roll, but we get the 2. The camera flexes with a tackle. The fadeaway yawn onto the camera, buying us a couple moments here as we get Adam in there and just see what she can do. Get the headbutt down. Massive damage. It is stab. It is very strong at this point in the game, and we do 2-tap the camel. We do 2-tap the camel as the ace Torkoal comes down. I mean, if we can make it out here with just Sullivan dying, then I guess we continue, but really, Sullivan's the key to this entire run, as Ollie's going to have to tank a stab overheat up front and personal, and the Swablu falls. This is bad news. The White Herb healing up the Torkoal as far as the damage goes, and now he is still in prime position to nuke whoever and whatever he wants. But we can fade away with a Hypnosis here. We can Hail Mary everything we have with the cute and cuddly little Spinda. We do land another Hypnosis, which is just beautiful. But what can you do in this situation other than just chuck dizzy punches at your opponent and hoping for crits, hoping for confusion? We get neither, but the Torkoal is still asleep. The bear taking the Torkoal to the distance here, half HP, just the Spinda alone, all alone. The track comes down, Torkoal leaning into its attractive tendencies, as you do, but we are going to try to break through with another Hypnosis here, and Dan does dodge the attract spell, but misses the Hypnosis. Brutal stuff here, but we're still in love, and we are immobilized as an overheat comes down, and that is going to be the fatal attraction. The Spinda is gone, joining its fallen comrades, but we're just going to flex with Carly here with the burn boosted wing attack here. It is stab on top of guts, and it's still not enough to take down the Torkoal as we get punished. We get punished so hard, and I do believe Flannery has a hyper potion in the back, and this is a debacle. This is everything you would want it to be. We have basically 3 bleeding out Pokemon. Linen's probably our best bet, but like swapping in, everyone's dead. We can't swap in Holly, dead on contact. Adam will probably die, and if it's rolling a body slam, the paralysis is going to add up as well. So we can all in on a crit, honestly, and we don't get it. The body slam comes down, and Carly's gone. Carly is gone, and I do believe the run is over, but can we squeak out with 1 or 2 Pokemon? Adam comes in with a headbutt, gets the flinch, which is insanity, and we do beat Flannery, but it cost us everything. So this was the 9th attempt. I really thought we were going to take this one to the Elite Four, but we counted our ducks before they were in a row here, and Flannery takes it all. So I think we're going to hard reset and run it back, and that means we're going to have to take on Roxanne once again with only normals, and it's going to be tough, but I believe, and let's see it through to the end. All right, so next video, we are going to take on Roxanne and see if we can get this 10th attempt back underway. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you on the flip. Peace.